All right, here we are, everyone. Back for hole number 3. Now hole number 4. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Machete and Houdini on. It's going to give me kind of an extra element that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise for this hole. So I'm not going to get too worried about, am I in the fairway, am I not? I'm going to try to hit the shot that is required to kind of get my ball up to where I want it to be, more so than anything. So I don't want to get the ball down into long iron territory at all, because that's going to be the only place that you probably won't be able to hole out from, is if you're back here in long iron range, which means that we need to get a little bit more aggressive and just try to play to kind of get it up into this range to where we can either get it to a thorn, or if so be it, you know, we end up in this bunker or we end up with Machete. All clubs that I feel comfortable that I can hole out with. And it'll just take some tweaks. And, you know, basically just honing in on the adjustment. I would imagine, you know, if you're in this bunker, it's always going to play whatever that win per ring is. It's always going to be that. So you just need to get there one time and figure out what that is. Keep in mind, different accuracies, different levels are going to be different. So this one rolls into the bunker. I would strongly kind of discourage you from doing a hook slice there. I think it's just a little bit easier to go at stuff with, you know, something a little bit more controlled. So what I'm going to try to do is maybe try to land right around here and just kind of max curl it a little bit. And somewhere up in here. And as I mentioned, you know, I'm just going to try to create a nice little angle here. You can see there, perfect ball. And I'm just trying to get this moving. Hopefully see if I can keep it in the fairway here. It looks like I was able to. So the big thing is going to be keeping off of the max topspin. As you can see, I'm going to kind of run out of real estate there. It's also going to be a very tight window to, you know, there's going to be times I might be in the bunker. There's going to be times that I might be in the rough. It's a very tight window, and it's going to be a hard shot to do what I just did. But the most important thing is bringing your Houdini. You should be able to backspin it into the cup. You don't even have to go for the dunk with Machete or Houdini. I won't even need to with this wind unless I want to with the thorn. Because it's a wind anytime it's into the wind, this is actually favorable for backing up, which means I can play this a little bit more straight up and just kind of get it behind the hole and get it to back up if I bring, but the only 3 clubs I can do it with would be like a thorn or a Machete or a Houdini. So those are the 3 that you want to make sure that you have, and which you have to choose isn't really that important. Here you can see I'm kind of towards mid club. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 2.5 per ring. So I'm thinking 3.5-ish rings. Other than that, you can see kind of on my ball guide, you know, I'm going to want to try to bend it around the pin a little bit. So I'm going to try to land right up on the green, a little bit deep with my ball guide. And as I mentioned, you know, I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 3.5 rings in this instant. So right up in here is where we're going to pull. Perfect ball. So good opportunity here. And you can see how good that opportunity is going to be. You won't have to go for the dunk, which is nice because the wind's so favorable. But you can. It's, you know, it's your option to do so. I would recommend it with, you know, especially if you accidentally bring Nirvana or whatever. But do try to create that half bar of side spin. You're going to want to make sure that you're bringing it in at an angle to where it's not going to hit the pin. So you need to bend it around the pin. If you hit that pin, especially on the way through, it's going to probably ricochet into the bunker. So you have to get around that pin. And that's what putting that side spin on helps you to do, is make sure that you miss that pin each and every time. So good luck there, guys. As you can see, straightforward, very good opportunity. I was almost able to get it there. You know, I called half the cup, so very good chance. Good luck, and I'll catch you guys on the next.